pick up the pace a little bit. We got people waiting. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the sit-down interview. This is the last confrontation between these two men before we get to Slammiversary, June 29th. I'd like to thank you, Power, the challenger, and the champion, Danny Diamond, for being on the show. And I'd like to start off with both of you guys just getting some thoughts out of your head. Just thinking about what you're going to do to each other at Slammiversary. I would like to just start with a simple sit-down conversation with you two, and then we'll get into some questions.
I'll let the challenger start.
Yeah. At TNA Slammiversary, Danny, I should have done what I should have done in the first episode. Take that belt, prove to people why I call myself the legend, and finally show why I'm world title potential. Because all you've been doing is jack-sucking my son. Hell, he's onto you like a leech. That's all you'll ever be is a little pathetic rock that a leech is sucking on.
Yeah, sit your ass down. Good boy.
Now, come on.
At TNA,
No cheap shots.
at TNA Slammiversary, Power might not walk out alive. Power walk out a completely different man. The Danny Diamond you're seeing is not the Danny Diamond you saw on the first show, the second show, the third show. Whatever show you want to talk about. This is a new man. But, Power, you say you're going to take the title. That's just not true. I will keep this. I might retire with this thing than never let you get your grubby ass hands all over it. And that's not a fact. It's a spoiler.
Okay, now that we've got some opening statements out the way, I would like to ask the champion first, how are you feeling mentally and physically going into Slammiversary? It's a 30-minute Iron Man match. It's different rules. You don't compete in these long-style matches. You like the quick offensive pace. Power could take this offensive pace really slow, and it could be different for you to adjust to.
I mean, I seemed pretty well in our slow-paced match in the very first one. We started that off very slow, and after you saw I got a hold of the match, you knew it was over. So as long as I can get that same tiny bit of an advantage over Power, I think I have this in the bag. I might even 2-0 him. I don't think he's getting a fall.
Whoa.
I'm sorry for interrupting you, Challenger Power.
That's all right.
I gotta ask you, how deep mentally has Danny got you? How have the mind games affected you? I mean, turning your own son against you, attacking you at any end, running away. You haven't been able to get your hands on him yet, and unfortunately, it doesn't look like you're going to be able to before Slammiversary.
I mean, there has been times where I have gotten close to him and brutally beat him down. I mean, let's talk about the hospital. Where did you get thrown into? Yeah, a ball pit. Because you'd rather be playing with balls than fighting in the ring. Hell, last time you fought in the ring, what happened? Your partner couldn't show. Well, I won't need a partner in my corner to whoop your ass. You won't need the Diamond Foundation, because all you'll see is me in the ring. And right, I remember earlier, you were talking about, this ain't the Danny Diamond I'm going to be fighting. You're sure damn right it ain't. Because after Slammiversary, Danny Downfall will return.
Now,
You're wrong.
I gotta ask you, Danny. Oh, well, thank you. How generous of you. I gotta ask you, the Diamond Foundation is banned from ringside. If they come out to the ring, you're automatically stripped of the championship. How do you feel like those rules affect you? Do you think you can get it done on your own without any help or any assistance? Every time you guys have fought in TNA, there's been someone on the outside of the ring that caused some trouble.
And I want to add to that.
Oh, whoa,
how much
no,
was that
shut up.
fine you had
This
to
is my
pay?
question. Shut up. This is my question. Now, recall in our first match where I needed help. Exactly.
I'm not saying...
Exactly. I pinned him clean, square. That's our only one-on-one match. Everywhere else, sure, I might have had some shenanigans, but I can't control them. But when they're backstage, I'll chain him up if I have to. No, no Diddy.
Okay. You know, Danny, I respect everything that you've done, but I think that not having the Diamond Foundation, not having some support will really affect you, because when you get deep into that match, the mental game is the strongest more than the physical game. You're going to get worked down, both of you. I'm not trying to insult you in any way, shape, or form. I mean, you are the TNA World Champion. I'm saying it goes the same for Power. During the span of this match, you're going to get worked down and you're going to be hurt towards the end. But it's going to be the way you combat it. Both of you, how are you going to combat the pain and the physicality? And are you going to be able to get in that mental zone that you've been so locked into over these past few weeks?
I could say one thing clear. I've been through matches that were longer than 30 minutes. This may be my first Iron Man match, but it certainly ain't going to be my last, I know that. Because when I take that title, hell, maybe there might be another Iron Man match down on the road. But I've been through longer matches, through the mentality, through the pain, through it all, with Goober twice. I've been there, done that, made a title look world potential. You have been holding it like just like some random belt. No, I'm here to take that belt and make it look like a champion. But I am mentally prepared to go against Danny Diamond at Slammiversary. And you say you might not see any pinfalls from me. Just be ready for the unexpected, because you might not walk out TNA champ. Actually, you will not walk out TNA champ.
I think we can say I'm very prepared. I'm pretty experienced in when it comes to like. Actually, I've had multiple matches on one show. On if you don't remember, DPCW Rough Landing 4. I was the opening match in a tag team match with, it was the Wild Cards, me and my old former partner, Dominic King, versus,
Did he
I
show up?
believe, he actually did show up, actually, surprisingly. And I think we were facing, I actually don't remember who it was, because they were just,
I believe it was the Enemies of
it was
Gravity.
just that, yeah, it
I
was
believe
the
it's
Enemies
Reborn
Gravity.
one.
It was. I was just going to say they weren't big enough for me to remember them, but they weren't enough for the challenge. So we had that match, about 15 minutes. All right? So what? Main event, me versus Kai, X Factor match. That match was 45 minutes. I had 60 minutes of match time in one night, Power. And I still walked out and performed the next day. If you don't think I'm ready for this physically or mentally, you're gravely mistaken.
Well, we can compare your match at DPCW, but let's compare my match at WrestleMania of FCE. I went in there 60 minutes for an IC belt that I made look like a champion. The only man to make a belt in that company look like a champion. I carried that company. Like I said last show, I'm going to carry this company as well, because the opportunity I have is the opportunity I will take for granted and I will use for an advantage so people can be proven wrong. But my match was an I quit match. I didn't quit for 60 minutes. I'm not going to quit against you, especially with a world championship opportunity. And actually, an actual world champ opportunity, not some IC belt, the champion. And to make myself the face of TNA is going to be me, because you're no face of TNA. You're just a face of garbage. Nothing. A petty little puppet.
Okay,
I mean, hell,
hold
you
on,
want to talk about puppets? Let's talk about the Diamond Foundation. Kinda. Reach up the ass, make him do your dirty work. King Chris. What's your other kid's name? Mason? I don't know who they are, but the other one likes to wear a mask and go strip down naked. It's like Kurt Angle when he wore all gold. But I whooped their asses too. But you always have the upper hand, you say. after matches, because you only like to take your anger out after the match. When it's during the match, I don't know if you're locked in, but you're in more pain than me. I'm always ready.
Huh. I beat you with a broken arm. I just want you to just let that sink through your mind. I beat you with a broken arm. And now I'm back 100%. And my mind is 150%. I'm completely locked in. You don't understand what's happening. I'm entering God mode. You're seeing God sent Danny Diamond. Not Danny Downfall. Not Danny Two Belts. Hell, I won't even enter with that piece of shit FCE title anyways. I will enter with my prized possession, the title that has my damn side plates on it. The title that I've made relevant. The title
I mean, hell, it looks like a
that you
pyramid.
will
Looks
never...
ancient, just like your career, forgotten, ancient, nothing to be talked about unless it's going to school. And hell,
Okay, come
I've
on,
been through enough.
let's stop with the cheap insults and the back and forth. Let's finish with some closing statements. Of course, we have to get everything out before Slammiversary. I want the peak of you two physically and mentally. So, Power, let's hear from you.
The peak for me mentally. To be honest, I've been waiting 1.5 years for an opportunity like this. And now that I got it, I won't let it down. I'll be honest. First episode of TNA, I let most of my fans down. We had a respectful battle. You came over me. I will give you that. You've done great. With a broken arm too, good fucking job. But what you did after was disrespectful. I waited 1.5 years for an opportunity like that, and honestly, I thought I had to wait longer. But what you did to me after that match felt disrespectful, and I needed to do something disrespectful to you, and that's gonna take your belt. I'm prepared. I'm not scared. Any competition that faces through me, I'll go right through. I'm tired of failing the crowd. I'm tired of all these companies looking down at me. WRW used to look down after me after I promised Goji a 4.5-star match, and they overbooked the rookie. ROH, after I lost my media champ, they had nothing to do with me until I returned. This is my opportunity I've been waiting for. The opportunity I will take that belt to other places and show why I am tired of failing the crowd. Slammiversary will be it. There will be no more failures. There will just be a legend walking into the God mode, Danny, and the legend will overcome it. And finally, when I take that belt, I will no longer let the fans down. When they see me hold that belt, they'll realize the amount of hard work I put into. And I will continue to strive from this point forward, from any other company I get through. I just need to get through you to prove it.
All right, well, let's now hear some closing sentences from the champion, Danny Diamond.
I really don't have anything to say. I think I've stated everything I've needed to. Because it doesn't take me that long to talk about someone as insignificant as that man sitting across me right there. I will show what I have to say in the ring. I'm done.
All right, well, I thank Danny, who just walked away, and I thank you, Power, for coming out here. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure to attend Slammiversary June 29th. Power, Danny Diamond, 30-minute Iron match, TNA World Championship.